Hi, my name is Erin Kwan, and my concentration was about taking photos of cakes as portraiture because often they're ignored in photos of events and occasions, and I wanted to give them some recognition for that. I chose this topic because I love cakes. I love to make cakes, I love to eat cakes, and pastry chefs put a ton of time into making cakes and decorating them to make them beautiful for events, and they're often ignored a lot of the time and just cut up and eaten. So I wanted to pay some tribute to the beautiful pastry that we often just devour and don't think about. So my process for making these pieces was often I would make the cake batter, and as they were baking, I would go and decorate the scene if it needed that, and mix up the frosting and other decorations that I would need to put on the physical cakes. And then when the cakes actually came out of the oven, oftentimes I'd make miniature cakes, so I'd cut up cupcakes and use them to make layered cakes, usually 3 layers or 2 layers. Issues with the material, I didn't have that many issues. I didn't have a lot of control of the material because after I mixed it, I put it in the oven and that was that. I had some control over the time that it baked, and so its consistency, and oftentimes I overbaked it so that I could cut it and it would give me a cleaner cut with less loose crumbs, and that would just make for a neater picture. So my successes with this concentration is that I find that the message is really contained within the image, so it doesn't need a lot of explanation or guessing about the message of the cake, because it's just a picture of a cake. It is a time commitment. I did have to schedule my time out and say, okay, I'm taking these 2 or 3 hours to just be with my cakes and commit time to working on AP Studio stuff like the sketchbook. I often did that while my cake was baking as well, or while I was waiting for it to cool. So you definitely have to ration out your time. I don't really have any further ideas with this topic because it's pretty simple. I could probably think of more celebrations and occasions to take pictures of cakes with, but I think I've fleshed it out quite a bit in my concentration. And I don't have any future plans to continue as an artist except for working for my own personal satisfaction on pieces. And I plan to go to Seattle University next year and start out as a pre-major and hopefully go into history and anthropology.